Born ready.
Welcome everybody to episode 145 of the effing title. I'm Big Husky and we got the whole group together this week. How you guys doing?
How we're doing. How I'm doing.
Am I winning?
So,
I win. We're playing I win.
this last week was an interesting one. I went 6-8, Fedge went 9-5, Robbie went 7-7.
None of it
5
matters.
and 5?
We don't get a shirty anyway.
I'm 56 and 52.
The rules are made up and the points just don't matter.
Exactly.
They just don't matter.
Jess 59-49, Robbie you're 55-53.
I'm winning.
Yeah, kind of. Depends on what your definition of winning is.
Yeah, let's get into it. We only got two bye teams this week, so it's kind of is an interesting one for that. So we start off Thursday Night Football, Ravens at Buccaneers.
I'm going to go against Rob because Rob hates the Ravens, but I'm going to personally go the Ravens because the Buccaneers, I don't even know what the fuck's going on down there. So, yeah, go Ravens.
I'm going with a tie because neither of these teams are going to score.
I fucking love that. That's the second. For everyone out there that's keeping track, that's the second legitimate tie that we've had this season called on the podcast. I'm going Ravens too.
My only thing is the Ravens need to get. First off, Gus looks great, and I know you love Gus. I love Gus. I love him in that offense. Give him the rock, dude. But my problem is
Gus Johnson's a fantastic reporter. I agree.
Yeah, Gus Edwards, but it's cool. Gus Bus. No, anyway. My whole thing is they just got to. I think Mark Andrews had 2 targets last week, didn't catch a ball, and had a carry for 4 yards. Like, what is? He's not Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Like, stop treating him like that. Get him the freaking ball. He's your best player on offense outside of Lamar Jackson, as far as that goes. But tight ends need more love. Get Mark Andrews the ball. Not only do I have him on fantasy team, but you win more games when you get him the ball. I'm just saying.
So everyone knows going into this, the 2 people that Jeff have mentioned are questionable to be played on today. And Gus Edwards has a knee and hasn't practiced. Mark Andrews hasn't practiced. We either have got bait.
So Gus Edwards is coming off that knee injury. He was just activated off the PUP list. So it's not surprising that he.
It's not surprising that they're going to list him as
practicing still fully.
I'm trying to find.
And then Mark Andrews, I mean, he'll practice. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, they released practice or injury reports so late in the season now. It's just ridiculous. But obviously, you don't want to take it lightly because it is a Thursday night game. So Thursday night games, sometimes they don't have enough.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm mentioning it. If they were playing Sunday, I wouldn't even bring it up.
Yeah.
But.
Yep, no, that's true. I forgot we're going Thursday night here. Yeah, so yeah, it's interesting either way. So.
Yes.
No one scores. 0-0.
0-0. Justin Tucker kicks a 70-yard field goal to end the game. Then we go to the UK for Broncos country. Let's ride at the Jacksonville Jaguars in the United Kingdom.
I don't think it matters. I personally think the Jaguars win not only because it's in the UK, but because the Broncos team is garbage.
Jacksonville has never lost out of the country. Going Jags. That's a real stat, ladies and gentlemen.
The Jaguars have such fucking weird stats, and I love it. I'm going Jaguars as well.
They never lose to the Colts, and they never lose out of the country.
Wait, real quick, on that note, I just want to know what they're going to do. I mean, obviously, Travis Etienne, they're going to be riding with him going forward, but I want to know what they're going to do behind him, because they just traded, James Robinson to the Jets. So I'm interested to see how they how Peterson brings us into the whole, brings us around.
What do you mean, man? They've got Jermichael Hasty and Snoop Connor.
Yeah, I understand that they have other running backs in the squad. I'm just interested to see how they use them.
We understand that there's more people on the roster. We just don't know who the fuck they are.
I know
Snoop Connor
from San Fran. I have no idea who the other one. Did you say Snoop Dogg? Is that what you said?
I think he said Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Connor.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg.
Rookie out of Ole Miss.
All right, Jags ride. Let's ride.
Jags ride. All right, so now we're going Panthers
Real quick.
at. Okay,
Real quick, Snoop Connor has 0 stats on the season.
that's good. That's good. Trade all like potentially one of your better offensive players to Panthers and Falcons.
Sorry, I'm going through a wind tunnel real quick.
Does it really sound that bad?
Doesn't sound good.
That's what happens when you have a light bar on top of your Jeep. It just adds to the effect.
If it wouldn't be ridiculous, I would pick another tie here because again, both these teams below.
I'm going Panthers.
Who? Sorry, I missed this whole here. Panthers and who?
Atlanta.
I'm going to Atlanta.
Ooh, Fetch has been going against his fucking Panthers. They get rid of CMC, and now he's like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's PJ Walker's all right, but I mean, it's still that team they're trying to play for stuff. But I mean, that's the thing. So, you guys, have you looked at that division?
Oh yeah, we were talking about it last night.
Atlanta could go from Rob saying they're the worst team in the NFL to potentially winning that division. Not that I'm saying it's gonna happen. Don't get me wrong here. Don't try, I'm just saying.
Put it down. Jeff said Atlanta is winning the division. Well, I mean, if they win, they'll be in first place because the Bucks are tying. So
the Bucks are tied. Yeah, true. He's not wrong.
He isn't wrong.
so
All right, Rob. What do you?
I guess I'm picking the Falcons.
Just because you don't want to see 2 ties in 1 week.
Yeah, I can't do 2 ties.
How about 3 ties in 1 week? Bears and Cowboys.
Cowboys gonna win that all day. What do you mean tied?
I don't know, man. Cowboys also suck.
I'm gonna go Cowboys just because the Bears suck.
I like the Cowboys defense. I like what they're doing there. They're flying around still. The problem is can Dak actually return to his old form? I mean, they actually ran the ball pretty effectively last week with both running backs. But it's a matter of can Dak actually do anything? They, I don't want to eat my words, but they might end up being better off with Cooper Rush here.
They played the worst defense in the league and had 3 points at halftime.
Whoa. They're not the worst defense. They're just an inopportunistic defense. I like the Lions defense. I don't mind it.
Detroit statistically is the worst defense in the league.
Hold on, points per game? What are we talking about here?
Yards and points.
Okay, well, so it's the same thing that I do in Madden. Yes, we're going to compare the NFL to a fantasy game in Madden. Yes, I am. When you score freaking 45 points a game, they were one of the highest scoring offenses going in this past game. Yes, you are obviously going to be statistically bad on defense with giving up yards because you're giving them more opportunities.
He's got a point.
So
I'm not saying they're a great defense. I'm not saying they're the worst defense. That's all.
We're clear.
But either way,
the last 2 games, the Lions have scored 6 points.
Okay. And look what they did at the beginning of the year. They had 2 games over 35 to start the year. One of them was like a 47-point freaking loss, which is stupid.
Yes. No, you're not wrong. I'm just. I don't think the Cowboys are that good.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna ride. You're gonna see a theme this week. I'm a big upset person this week. I'm going with. I think the Patriots suck as well, but the Bears defense was really fucking good, and if Justin Fields can ever figure out how to be a quarterback, or if they can ever find a quarterback with that run attack, they actually could potentially be a good team. So I'm going with the Bears.
My key is I want to see freaking Swift come back. When is DeAndre Swift coming back?
That's the next game, dude.
Speaking of DeAndre Swift, Dolphins at Lions.
I know. That's what we were talking about the Lions here. That's what I'm bringing it into. I just want to see when he's coming back, guys. Mostly for my fantasy team. I'm not gonna lie.
And that's
Well,
fair.
he's listed as questionable.
I know he was supposed to originally come back after his bye week, which was supposed to be this past week, but now he's still out.
The good news for the Lions is Amon-Ra has been cleared from concussion.
That is good news.
But I don't know. Jared Goff just ain't it. They need a fucking quarterback. When they get a quarterback, that team's gonna fucking explode.
As much as
I
I want
also want to know when Jameson's coming in.
as much as I want to go Lions, I'm going Dolphins.
Do you rush him back this year with the way the season's going?
I'll say you rush him back. You still want to get some.
You want to get something out of
This
him.
isn't college where you can redshirt him and his contract doesn't count. You still want to see him out there.
That'd be fucking hilarious. You've been redshirted, so we're taking a year off your contract.
You have to actually give us back all those paychecks. Doesn't work like that.
I'm gonna go Fins.
I don't know how you can't go Dolphins. I mean, it's
I'd like to go Lions, but it's not.
Well, Jeff, I'll show you how. You just say the magic word. Lions!
All right. Well,
what? Lions lock it up. All right, so
Not locking it up. My lock's
Lions.
up.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought he said lock it up. Did he say lock it up?
I don't know. He's probably gonna try and lock my team again.
Yeah, I'm still going Sens. I mean, Tua looked really sloppy last week. He did set a record this year in the NFL with most dropped interceptions, so that was kind of cool.
Most concussions in a season.
Yeah, I was gonna say most concussions and still playing. Cardinals at Vikings. This is the quickest I've ever said this team. Go Vikes.
Vikings coming off a bye, no less, dude. Come on.
Cardinals just suck.
Kirk's getting it, but
I told you guys, as soon as Hopkins is healthy, they're going to win 7 in a row. So they've won 1. Here comes number 2.
yeah, I don't think they beat the Vikings off a bye week, but Hopkins does explode for some more 4 points here.
In a row. As soon as they get to 7, I might change.
7 in a row.
Raiders at Saints.
Continuing our theme of the upsets of the week. Raiders. Because the Saints have a horrible quarterback problem.
I'm
Did you say
gonna.
that's an upset?
I'm going Saints.
According to records, it is.
Yeah, Raiders are 1-5, 1-4.
I don't care about records. I'm talking about team.
I'm going Saints.
Uh,
They gotta fucking figure it out right at some point. This has to be the week. It's the fucking Raiders.
Who the fuck says they have to figure it out?
Me, just barely.
So the reason I'm going with the Raiders is because the Saints don't have a healthy corner. Their starting tight end is hurt. Their starting receiver is hurt. Their starting D end is hurt. Their starting guard is hurt. Their second wide receiver is hurt. And yeah,
And for these reasons, Rob is still going to go with the Saints.
no, the Raiders. Oh, Raiders.
Yeah, I think the Raiders too. The Raiders got to right the ship. I would love to see the Saints win just because I'm an AFC team. And I like AFC.
You're an
winning,
AFC.
but, yeah, I started my league. I don't know if you
You
realize
make
that.
a lot of money, dude? Shit.
I do. I'm just the team in itself. That's how fat I am. Wow, you're rude.
Patriots at Jets.
Lock of the week, the New York Jets. Put it down.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna laugh when they fucking lose this game.
They probably will.
They won't because I didn't lock them.
You're just even the world.
Because Rob's doing that, I'm going back to the Panthers and locking them up.
Nope, not allowed.
Wait,
Yeah,
who did you just lock up? Who lock up the Patriots or the Jets?
He just locked up the Jets.
Goodness.
I'm gonna pick the Patriots just to make a statement.
I would say the Patriots are going to win the games. I don't know why you're locking up the Jets, but
Right now, I'm looking at the Jets' schedule, man, and there's only 2 games that matter the rest of the way because they're going to win out besides them. And they're next week versus the Bills, and in 5 weeks at the Bills.
I'm just saying, if the Jets lose this week, I didn't lock them, so it's Rob's fault.
I think the Jets are going to challenge the Bills, dude.
what?
For the AFC East crown, they're going to challenge them.
2 weeks ago, the Bills are the best team in the NFL.
No, No, that was 5 weeks ago. And then they got hurt.
The Bills still are the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, I just think the Jets are the third best team in the NFL.
Oh my, they are not.
Oh my God.
Both the New Jersey teams are both faking everyone out right now. Neither of those teams are good.
Well, speaking of best teams in the NFL, Steelers at Eagles.
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 Shouldn't even have to talk about this. They're coming off a bye week. Steelers are coming off an emotional win. They're not going to win. Matt.
Do it, Rob.
Just so we're clear, the Steelers lost.
Yeah, they're coming off an emotional win. I know. That's what I said. I didn't say they won the game. I said they came off an emotional win. There's difference. And by the way, they still should have won the game.
They should have won the game, yes.
Talk about this. They had the most dropped interceptions. They had freaking 4 dropped interceptions. Not to mention, Kenny Pickett's throwing to, I don't know who he's throwing to on that last play of the game.
No.
Rob, I love Rob. Just so we're clear.
Well, Rob still hasn't picked a team for this one.
Well, that's not true. I said Eagles like right away.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can we just talk about how this is going to be Mike Tomlin's first losing season as a coach.
Can we just talk about how Rob's been picking upsets all week and then he won't pick the Steelers over the Eagles?
Yeah,
That's bloated.
You know how soft I'm gonna be. I'm gonna lock up the Eagles. That's how soft.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Jeff. Your locks aren't looking great right now. So
I know they're looking horrible.
Tight.
So mark it off. The Eagles.
So you're telling me I should switch it up? Whoever Jeff locks loses.
Yeah.
Going to the 4 o'clock games, Titans at Texans.
Oh, this is gonna be a thriller, Michael Jackson style.
I'm going Titans for I think the first time this season.
I was really high on the Texans, and that's saying a lot, especially with that team.
Texans
I
and
thought they
long
were
neck.
looking good at the beginning of the year, but the Titans eventually are righting the ship here. You know, they're going to start handing the ball off, keep going, and they just beat the lowly Colts last week and decided to send Matt Ryan into early retirement. So,
Yep. Titans.
Speaking of Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts, we got Commanders at Colts, and I'm going to stick to my guns, and I'm picking Commanders.
Commanders and Colts. This is going to be horrible. You got freaking Taylor Heineke and Sam Ellinger.
Yeah!
I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yes, Ellinger.
Freaking battling it out. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to preface this. I'm going to pick the Colts, but I'm going to preface it by saying if Jonathan Taylor plays, if he doesn't play, they got no shot in anything to win this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Commanders because I have no idea what the Colts are doing.
What do you mean? They're trying to get the top pick. They finally realized that they can't just keep getting these journeyman quarterbacks. They need to get an actual quarterback.
Niners at Rams.
This is an interesting one.
Niners.
It is?
So I just think it's more interesting because the Rams, I'm 99% sure, are coming off the bye as well, which is huge. The Niners, I was very disappointed in their performance last week. And not even on the offense. I could care less about the offense. You know what you're going to get. If they're not winning the game, they're not able to run, they're not able to play action off that, they're not going to win games. I mean, that's whatever. I mean, obviously they're not going to use Christian McCaffrey on his first week there. But the defense, like I was very impressed with the defense the first 6 weeks of, well, I guess 5 weeks of this season, 6 weeks of the season, and then they come out and put up this, come out and put up that. What was that?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I have no idea what they were doing on defense. They seem uninterested, almost like the Sabres last night playing in Seattle.
To let you know, Jeff, yes, the Rams are coming off a bye week.
Yes, I'm picking the Rams. Sean McVay's got this figured out. They already know who their running back's going to be. Cam Akers is going to get traded or released. And, so go Chargers.
I'm picking with the Rams, too. Sanford does not have a quarterback. Garoppolo's horrible. Like,
So here we go.
Running back now, though.
So here we go. Arguably one of the best games of the week. Giants at Seahawks.
Oh yeah, Seahawks. Go Seahawks. They are not a faker team. The Giants are a bunch of fakers. They should have lost last week. They still have only won one-score games. They're not taking care of anyone. They're not kicking them out of there. Did you guys watch the last play of that game?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I'm going Giants.
Yeah, you can go for the Giants. I don't really care. I like what the Giants are doing. So I actually saw something really funny that so when Brandon Beane, GM of the Bills, and Sean McDermott came in, what was it, 5 years ago now, they actually exceeded expectations their first year. And what did they do at the trade deadline? They went out and got a guy named Kelvin Benjamin, who isn't obviously a great receiver, but it's an interesting move because I think that's what is happening in the Giants. Like, they were going essentially in full rebuild mode, but these guys are getting behind Dable, and they're playing for this guy. I think that, obviously they're overachieving, in my opinion, from where they should be right now. And I think, they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to sneak in the playoffs. But I want to see them make a move here. I want to see them give up a late-round pick, go get a receiver, go help out Danny Dimes, and actually maybe make a playoff.
Go trade fucking Kenny Galladay and go get a fucking receiver.
Well, that's the thing. Is like you have Kenny Galladay.
You have Kenny Galladay. You drafted Kadarius Toney in the first round. Your left tackle has more touchdowns than them.
Yeah, I agree. It's ridiculous.
Well, Toney's injured, so that's...
I don't care. So, but it's interesting. I still think the Seahawks are going to do it. I love the Seahawks running game. Obviously, Kenneth Walker is
a freak,
doing miracle things over there, and it's looking good. Gino's doing what he has to do, though. That's the bottom line. Gino's not doing too much. I think he ended up throwing one pick this past game, but he's not trying to do too much. He's got his swagger back. I think we were talking about it. He's looking good right now. I mean, it's going to be a good game. I mean, it's crazy because, so what was the stat I read? It was all these games that everyone's like, so there's only one game this week that is two teams above 500 that are playing each other. Okay? So think about all these games that we've already talked about that going into it, 49ers, Rams. Going into the season, you're like, yeah, they'll be over 500 playing this week, Bills, Packers, which is obviously coming up. Both those teams aren't above 500. It's just interesting. This is the only game this week that both teams are above 500. And if you would have told me it's week one that it would have been the Giants and Seahawks, I would have called you a liar.
Fair.
Yeah, so. But with that all being said, go Seahawks. Pete Carroll's going to have a stroke on the sidelines. I hope he doesn't. If he does, don't put it on me. But that dude's just full of energy on the sidelines. I love it, but I hate it because the guy's like 90, but still.
I'm going with the Giants.
You go with the Giants.
Smith has no one to throw to anymore. DK Metcalf's out, so.
Packers at Bills. Bills.
Another team coming off a bye.
That doesn't matter.
I'm just saying
the Bills could be on a 20-game fucking playing streak right now. They're gonna beat the fucking Packers.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, you still got Aaron Rodgers. That's still the X factor. But the problem is Aaron Rodgers just is bashing everyone on his offense, and they're not honestly helping him out. So I'm not saying that they don't deserve it. So
yeah.
It's not gonna happen, but I need to get points, so I'm gonna. Packers.
See, you say you need to gain points, Rob. You're 1 game behind me and 4 games behind Jeff.
Yes, me and.
All right, Packers it is. Bengals at Browns. Final game of the week, Monday Night Football.
Bengals. Joe Burrow. He's got it going on.
Bengals.
I thought you said he was a bust, Jeff.
He is a bust, but he's got it going on right now.
It all depends on the week.
Can get hot. Look at Mac Jones. He got hot last year. and then just got benched in week 6, whatever it was, last 7.
When does Deshaun Watson come back?
I thought it was
Week
supposed to be.
Well, that's the next time the Browns will win again. The Bengals.
You got 11 game suspension and a bye week, so officially coming back week 13.
All right, there we go. The 2 teams with buys this week. There's only 2 teams with buys this week, not 4. Not 4. 2 teams are the Chiefs and the Chargers. So.
Really, only 2 of them. That's interesting.
Yep, I thought it was weird too when I was making up the list here.
I mean, they do have an extra week this year. They're saying last year, but they have an extra week to put bye weeks in, so they have to kind of spread it out. It's just interesting to me that they put the same 2 people from the same division on a bye week. That's interesting to me.
Right now, our early season looks stuff isn't great. By the way, as we're at like almost the halfway point of the season, our Super Bowl picks, Fedge is the only one that actually looks reasonable. And our worst teams, none of us have done that.
Who, I want to go back to this. I want to know who they were. Who do we got again?
So I went Ravens, Panthers.
Okay. Yeah, that's not looking doable at all.
That's not happening. Yeah.
Rob went Bills, Saints.
All right.
And you went Bills, Eagles.
Bills, Eagles, baby.
And then for worst teams, I went Bears. Fed, you went Seahawks. Rob, you went Falcons.
Fuck, I picked the Seahawks.
So yeah, those aren't looking great, but there we go. Let us know how you guys are doing at home.
The Falcons can still pull it off, man.
All 3 teams can still. All 3 teams that we picked could be in the playoffs.
That's
all teams we picked probably could win their divisions.
Yeah. Jesus. All right. Let us know how you guys are doing down in the comments down below. And as always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, still stay safe. We talk to y'all later. Bye.
Later.